So just taking a few moments in your child's pose to connect to your breath. And as you connect to your breath, just begin to let any other thoughts you may have just kind of float away and allow your breath to move your body even in this fairly simple pose. Begin to lift the forehead slightly and drag the palms in towards you as you lift the chest and make your way into a tabletop position. We're going to warm up the spine nice and slowly. So I want you guys to really move with your breath and from the base of the spine working up. All right, so cat-cows, as you inhale, let your tailbone lift, your belly drop, your heart extend forward, your shoulders slide back. Again, start at the base. Exhale, curl pubic bone towards belly button. Feel the spine rounding, the shoulders rounding, and let your head drop. 2 more. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, heart extends forward, shoulders slide back. Exhale, round through the spine, let your head go. 1 more like that, back and forth, on your own with the rhythm of your breath. And just meeting in a neutral position. Check to see that your fingertips are spread nice and wide. Go ahead and tuck the toes, lift the hips. We'll spend a few breaths in our first downward dog. So letting the head go, maybe bending the knees a little left and right. Really staying connected to that ujjayi breath. Walk your feet up towards the hands. Let's meet in a forward fold with feet hip-width distance apart. As you inhale, find a halfway lift. Take your chest away from your thighs. Exhale, bend the knees, release to fold. Press into your feet, inhale, rise up to stand. Take your palms up, your gaze up. And exhale, fold right back in. Halfway lift, inhale. From your halfway lift, let's take 15 Kapalabhati breaths, 1 Uddiyana, then we'll meet in high plank. Begin. Making your way back to high plank slowly. And try and make sure your lower back is straight. So no drooping of the hips. You want your hips in line with your shoulders and your upper back nice and active. So energetically squeezing those elbows in towards each other. As you exhale, drop both knees and pause. Pull chest forward, slowly lower down to the belly. And slide your thighs back and take your palms way out in front of you for low cobra. So pressing into your palms, inhale, drag your chest forward so that you feel your upper back and your shoulders super active and engaged. Exhale, lower down. Take hands under shoulders and make your way back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, lift your left leg. And keep your shoulders squared. Let's start by just rotating out the ankle one way and then the other. Bend the knee, open up the hip, find those big, slow hip circles. Straighten left leg. Square the hips, inhale, step left leg forward, low lunge. Knee lowers, arms rise. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Drag your shoulders away from the ears, but use all that strength in the legs to create a lift out of the hips. As you lengthen through the entire torso, heart lifted. Exhale, lower your palms, tuck back toes, and step right leg forward to fold. Press into your feet, inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, fold right back in. Halfway lift, inhale. We'll do another round of 15 Kapalabhati, 1 Uddiyana, meeting again in high plank, begin. High plank, hands under shoulders. Belly drawn up towards your spine. Inhale. Uddiyana on the exhale. When you release from Uddiyana, drop both knees, pause, pull chest forward, and take that slow release down to the belly. Elbows never leave the ribs. Slide your thighs back and take the palms again out in front of you, low cobra. Press into your palms and drag your chest forward. Exhale, release. Hands under shoulders, take it back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, lift your right leg. Rotate out the right ankle one way and then the other. You can bend the knee, open up the hip, take those big, slow hip circles. Straighten the right leg, square the hips, inhale, step right leg forward, low lunge. Knee lowers, arms rise. Try to release any tension in the palms, the fingers, maybe giving them a little wiggle. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, drop palms and step left leg forward to fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Last round, we'll take another 15 Kapalabhati, 1 Uddiyana, again meeting in plank. Begin. From your high plank, take another Uddiyana, belly up and in. When you release, drop your knees, pause, pull chest forward, slowly lower to the belly. Last low cobra, thighs back, palms out in front of you. Press into your palms and drag your chest forward. Exhale, drop your elbows, take your hands under shoulders, and make your way back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, walk your feet back up towards the hands. This time we'll meet in a forward fold with big toes together to touch. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, release to fold. Let's take a nice deep bend in the knees for chair. Drop the hips, lift the chest, Utkatasana, chair pose. Draw your shoulders back, bring your belly back. Really taking your weight into your heels, glance beyond your knees. You should be able to see those toes. Goalpost the arms for shoulder shrugs. Inhale, fill and spread your upper back. Shrug shoulders straight up. And as you exhale, squeeze upper shoulder blades, mid shoulder blades. Bend the elbows, squeeze lower tips of shoulder blades together. Drag your shoulders down, lift your chin away from your chest. Stay in chair, release the arms by your side, second round. Inhale, fill and spread upper back. Shrug shoulders straight up. Exhale, squeeze upper shoulder blades, mid shoulder blades. Bend your elbows, squeeze lower tips of shoulder blades together. Draw your shoulders down, lift your chin. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, plant palms and step right leg back. Low lunge, knee lowers, arms rise, 3 breaths. So really beginning to feel that connection between your breath and your movement. Inhale. Exhale, plant palms and step back, downward dog. High plank, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, squeeze the elbows in, lower down to your belly. And let's take Cobra. Inhale, lift your chest. Hands under shoulders, shoulders back, elbows in. Your heart is extending forward. Exhale, lower down. Press back, downward dog. On your inhale, step left leg forward, warrior 1. Back heel plants, hips are squared. And take your arms up as you're ready. And interlace the fingers for brain cradling. Scoop up the base of the skull. Let your elbows squeeze in and up. Let your head release. And then reactivate through the legs so that you begin to lift up out of lower back, lifting heart, and letting just your head, just your brain be held by your palms. Good. Gently lift your head back up to neutral. And let's retake that interlace behind your back. So now we're beginning to open up the chest, the pecs. Let your shoulders slide back and down. Draw your belly in and think about spreading the muscles between both shoulders, pecs. As you open up the chest, keep drawing your belly back so there's no arch in the lower back. Squaring hips. Let's begin to take the lean forward so that we are hovering over the thigh. Belly still draws in towards the spine, quads engaged. Inhale, release your grip, take your arms straight forward. Exhale, drop palms and press up, standing splits, right leg lifts. Let your head go and use all that strength from the standing left leg to lift your right leg a little higher for 3, 2, 1. Right foot greets the left, fold over thighs. Press into your feet and stand up tall. Reach your arms up, take your gaze up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And you exhale, take palms down and step left leg back, low lunge. Knee lowers, arms rise, 3 breaths. Exhale, drop your palms and step back, downward dog. High plank, inhale, wave forward. Exhale, squeeze the elbows in, lower to your belly, slow. Cobra as you inhale, tops of the feet on the mat, squeeze elbows in, lift your chest. Exhale, let the chest fall to the mat and press back, downward dog. Your inhale takes the right leg forward, warrior 1. Interlace the fingers for brain cradling. Scoop up the base of the skull, squeeze the elbows in and up. Squeeze your thighs together and up. And just let your head be released into the palms. So the entire body is active, engaged, supporting your head and your brain, simply being held as you fill up the entire face, the entire skull with your ujjayi breath. As you inhale, gently guide your head back up. Release the interlace and sweep the arms behind your back, re-interlacing behind the sacrum, and again, opening up the chest, shoulder to shoulder. And just be really mindful of the lower back here. So we have a tendency as we open up the chest to let the lower back curve. Instead, work on almost dragging the entire torso back. So you're feeling more of a stretch along the front left side. Your belly's pulled in, your lower back is straight, and at the same time, you're getting that opening through the chest. So always working on the pose from the perspective of the entire body rather than just the action portion of the pose. So we may be opening the chest, but the rest of the body is still working to support the opening. Hips are squared. Make sure not to cling with the toes as you begin to lean forward. Hovering over thigh, and again, still taking that belly right up towards the spine. So no arch in lower back. You should feel no pain in the lower back. As you inhale, stay hovered, sweep the arms straight forward. Now exhale, drop your palms and press up, standing splits, left leg lifts. We'll release into a fold. Left foot greets the right, big toes touching. Take your halfway lift as you inhale. Let's take Uddiyana on the exhale. Drop and sweep, chair pose, Utkatasana. Arms up, hips low, belly in. This time take an interlace and take the insides of the palms up. Shoulders down, belly in. We'll take a little lean towards the right, lifting up to the left side of the rib cage and feeling your spine straighten as a result. So again, no arch. Inhale back through center and exhale towards your left. Lift up through the right side. Inhale back to center. Send your hips back, lean your torso forward. Hover right over the thighs, weight in your heels. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, plant your palms and step right leg back, runner's lunge. So with the back knee lifted, the fingertips down, just begin to really breathe into the entire front right side. So we're beginning to prepare the psoas. We'll drop into arrow lunge, lower your right knee down, and set the entire right foot, the top of the right foot into the mat. You want to make sure that your toes are facing straight back. So no sickled foot, a sickled foot equals a hurt ankle. So top of the foot presses into the mat. The move is driving your weight forward so that your kneecap has no choice but to lift. You're dragging the weight out of that back foot into the front right side psoas. Breathing deeply, Ujjayi. Squeezing the left knee in towards the body center line. So do not let the left knee splay out. Inhale. Lions on the exhale, let it out. To release, the right knee can lower. The back toes can tuck. You're taking it back, three-legged dog. Left leg lifts, up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, round. Step it through, back in, runner's lunge. And this time you can plant the back foot and open up warrior two. Let's take the reverse as you inhale. Left arm lifts, right arm lowers. Pull the shoulders down and really lengthen out that entire left side of the torso. Exhale, extended side angle. Forearm drops to the thigh as your right arm reaches up. Your shoulders, your sitting bones draw back. And begin to open up that chest, shoulder to shoulder. As you exhale, lower your palms, drop your knee, and then take your fists to your lower back for a little baby back bend and a lunge. And I like to take this little baby back bend first because you notice as soon as your hips sink forward, that lower back starts to find an arch, and we want to really stay away from that in back bends. So using the fist, press into the fist and lift your chest up, drawing your belly back so the arch disappears completely. Your lower back is longer. Begin to draw your shoulders back as you lift your heart straight up. So we're using that solid foundation in the legs, the length in the lower back to allow the chest to open. Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. Rise the chest up. Let your hips sink forward. Let your right hand plant and peel your left arm open. Easy twist. Exhale, lower your left palm down. Tuck your back toes and press back. Downward dog. High plank. Inhale, shift forward. Squeeze the elbows in, lower to the belly. Thighs back. Let's take the right palm out in front of us for half floor bow. Reaching back, grab the outer edge of the left ankle, flex your toes. Press and pull through the right palm, and then kick back through the left leg. Open up the chest. Exhale, release. Lower your hands under the shoulders, squeeze the elbows in, tuck back toes, and we're going to meet in plank. Press into the palms, press up, high plank. Now exhale, lower your left knee down, modified side plank towards the right. So now the right foot plants, the right arm peels open. And you can either stay here, or you can lift right leg, grab right ankle, and kick back through the right leg. So still working on the psoas, opposite side. Go ahead and find your release. Let's all meet back in plank. Inhale, left leg back. Press back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, lift your left leg. Step it through warrior one. From your warrior one, square your hips. We're going to come right back into that little back bend, now with the back knee lifted in warrior one. So we're taking fists to the lower back, drawing the right hip forward so the hips are squared, and then pressing into the fist, lifting up to the chest, and again, letting the shoulders lead. So the shoulders reach back, the heart is lifted, maybe the gaze moves up. But that press down to the fist is drawing your belly back, maintaining length in lower back, even as you let the upper back release. Slowly rise back up. Make sure your hips are squared. Rise your arms up, and as you inhale, lean your torso forward to hover over thigh. Now stay hovered, sweep your arms back, take the interlace behind your back, and hold. Stay hovered, release the interlace, sweep arms forward. Exhale, lower your palms, revolved half moon, extend your right leg straight back, square your hips, spine tabletop, your right hand plants, and your left arm peels open. You can stay here the whole time, or you can reach back and grab the back foot. Now, if you have a grip on the back foot, come back to releasing the right leg out straight. Lower your left hand down to greet the right. Your spine stays tabletop as you lower your right foot down to greet the left. So you're already in that halfway lift. Inhale. Uddiyana on the exhale. That first inhale steps left leg back, runner's lunge. We're here for a couple breaths. Back knee lifted. Drop back knee for arrow. Top of the left foot presses into the mat. Again, make sure the toes are straight back, never sickled. Then your move is simply dragging your weight forward until the forward momentum lifts the left knee. So top of the foot is pressing into the mat, but you're dragging weight out of the foot by dragging your weight forward. Keep the right knee squeezed in, the shoulders back, and try and make sure the neck stays long so the gaze is neutral here. Let out a lion's on your next exhale. Knee lowers. Back toes tuck, hands plant, press back. Three-legged dog, right leg lifts, up and back. Inhale. Exhale, step it right back in, knee to nose. Runner's lunge. Plant that back foot and open up where to. Now the right leg is forward, the front heel is in line with the back arch, and the arms are in line with the shoulders. Take the reverse as you inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Forearm to thigh, left arm up. Lower your gaze, drop palms and knee. Low lunge, little baby back bend. Fist comes to lower back. Press into your fist, squeeze thighs together and create that strength in the legs, the length in the lower back to begin opening up the chest. Shoulders slide back, heart lifts. Big ujjayi breaths. You can slowly begin to rise up. Take your hands down and press back, downward dog. High plank, inhale, shift forward. Squeeze elbows in, lower to your belly. Thighs back, this time left palm comes out in front of you. You're reaching back to grab the outer edge of the right ankle, foot flexed. Press and pull through the left palm and kick back through your right leg. Open up the right side of the chest. Exhale, release. Hands under shoulders, tuck the back toes. Remember, we are meeting in plank. So if you need to press to the knees, you can. Otherwise, squeeze those elbows in and just press right up. Modified side plank, right knee lowers, left foot plants, left arm peels open. You can stay here the whole time, or you can lift and grab the left ankle, kicking away from the butt. So still working on the psoas. Release and meet in plank. Left foot plants, right leg steps back. Inhale. Exhale, move it back, downward dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Warrior one, exhale, step it through. We're coming right back to that back bend, this time in warrior one. So fists come back to lower back. Chest draws open, legs squeeze together, and you are pressing into your fist to lift the chest. Just letting your heart be lifted, letting your shoulders drop back, and maintaining your foundation in the legs. your strength and length in the lower back. Lift your chest. Release your grip, take your arms up. Hips squared, make sure you're not clean with the toes as you lean your torso forward to hover. Keep your belly drawn in towards the spine as you sweep the arms back and take the interlace behind your back. Open up through your chest. Stay hovered, release the grip, take arms forward, inhale. Exhale, plant palms, revolve half moon, press into right foot, lift your left leg straight back. Your left hand stays planted as your right arm peels open. Open up towards your right. Option to reach for that back foot if you'd like. If you have a grip on the back foot, come back to straight leg. Lower the right hand down, and we're meeting in that halfway lift. Left foot greets the right, spine tabletop. Inhale. Let's take an Uddiyana on the exhale. And rise up to stand as you inhale. Exhale, take hands through heart center and down to the hips. So we're going to work on dancers or standing bow. If you struggle with balance, most of you guys are at home. You guys are all at home. So you have a wall. You can always use a wall kind of facing the wall. You're gripping the back foot, and the goal is to kick, keeping right leg down. So notice if I'm coming this way, my hips stay level. I'm kicking just as much as I'm leaning forward. If I had a wall in front of me, I could use it if needed. I've got this guy. So I want you guys to do both sides. Each side, try and stay in for 8 full breaths. And if you end up falling out, just pop back in. So we're starting standing on the left leg, reaching for the inside of the right ankle. 8 breath count as soon as you're grabbing that back foot. You are going into your second side on your own. When you finish, go ahead and come down onto your backs with the feet planted. So we're going to complete our back bends with either bridge. You could do supported bridge with a block, or if you practice wheel, I actually don't even want to, like, I kind of hate suggesting wheel because I think it can be a really problematic pose, but if it's really something you're super comfortable with, you're welcome to go into it. I do feel like we're pretty open for it. So this is your final back bend, bridge, supported bridge, maybe wheel. You've got 6 breaths. You're meeting right where you started with your feet planted, your lower back releasing into the mat. All right, you guys all remember in the beginning of class, I spoke about some core work we were going to do. We're going to do that now. So you guys should all be on your back. Let's take legs straight up to start. And just feel your lower back really pressing into the mat. So when we do back bend classes, we do core at the end of class to wind down, to warm down the spine. And you can feel your lower back pressing into the mat right now. It's allowing for release. Clasp your hands behind your head and your neck. Bend your knees at a 90-degree angle, flex the toes. Press lower back down, inhale, lift, head and shoulders up. Curl, tailbone up. Exhale, right leg up. Flex, pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg lifts. Flex and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, right leg lifts. Flex and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg lifts. Flex it, pulse it. 3 little stamps. Center on the inhale. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, right leg lifts. Flex and pulse. Return to center as you inhale and curl your tailbone up. Exhale, left leg lifts, flex and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, return to center and curl your tailbone up. Exhale, right leg lifts, flex, pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to center and curl your tailbone up. Exhale, left leg lifts, flex and pulse. 3, 2, 1. I think we got one more round in us. Come back to center. Curl your tailbone up. Exhale, right leg lifts. 3 little pulses. Center on your inhale. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg, flex it and pulse it. And returning to center as you inhale and lowering the head as you exhale. Hugging knees in towards the chest. You can make little circles. And then take your left leg over the right, eagle legs. We're just going to do this second part of twisted root before coming into a twist. So we're taking left hand on top of left thigh, covering it with the right. Head stays down. Right away, gently press into the palms, press into the thighs as you press your lower back down. You should already feel your core turning on. Now keep pressing into the thighs, inhale. As you exhale, press into the thighs as you curl your tailbone up. Your tailbone's barely gonna lift, your core is gonna turn on. Release. Release your hands and let your knees fall towards the right. Supine twist, eagle legs. From here, begin to unwrap the legs first. Come back to center, lower the left foot down and cross right leg over left, relifting the toes, eagle legs, right leg over left. Taking the hands to the right thigh, begin pressing your lower back as you gently press palms into thighs. Re-engage the core here. Head down, shoulders back. Inhale into lower back. As you exhale, keep pressing palms into the thighs as you curl your tailbone up. Feel your core. Release the palms and let your knees fall towards the left. Supine twist, eagle legs. And we come out, unwrap the legs. And take your feet together, let your knees spread out wide. Come into Supta Bodhikanasana. And take the arms overhead so the chest really opens. And just let yourself begin to ease into stillness. Take your hands to the outsides of the thighs and guide your feet, guide your knees together. And then gently roll over onto your non-dominant side and just take a few breaths there. Go ahead and gently press yourself up, come into a comfortable seated position. We'll close class together. Take hands together in front of the heart. Closing class with an intention today of exiting your mat and re-entering your world, your life with a heart that is more open, shoulders that feel a little softer, that are holding less weight, and a nice, clear, open mind. Thank you all for joining me this afternoon. Namaste.